Are you not afraid that, like, you now know the non-truth? So what if, like, would you flip the other way? Does that make sense? Because you believed something was true for so long, and now you go like, no, the opposite is true. Do you ever wonder if it's the other way around? Like, how do you contort your brain around that idea? Because I've never flipped on an idea like that extreme, if that makes sense. So how do you say to yourself, no, now I believe the correct thing?
Yeah, no, it's legitimate. It is hard. And I think for those years where I was living in the wilderness, right, metaphorically, like, what do? I spent a lot of time saying, like, what are my assumptions about the world? What do I think about things? What do I think about people? And how much of that comes from something that I never even really challenged? And figuring out how I make choices and what I speak about and what I do, there's still a part of me that says maybe I can't even trust things I feel convictions for. But I do think that I can say that if I'm driven by what doesn't hurt people, like what makes life better for people, then attacking a white supremacist system that is unfair, that is unjust, and being the person in the room who challenges the latent white nationalism is something that does that. It makes life better for people, including white people.
Right.
And that is a value that I don't think could be wrong. And that was what was missing before. It was the fact that I considered the only people who were important, who I needed to advocate for, was this little group, and realizing that that's wrong, that the little group has to expand and that we're all a part of this. And if something hurts other people, then we have to figure out a way to change the system so that we're all included and that we can all work forward there. And you have to be the voice in the room doing that, because it doesn't just happen. The status quo is not going to lead us there. The only thing that undermines a white nationalist who's trying to ramp somebody up to a more extreme version of racism is somebody in the room challenging those beliefs, keeping it from escalating and reminding them that what you're saying is wrong.
Do you think